Live from Palmasola Park in Bradenton, Florida, it's the Florida Gulf Coast League. Today, the Manatee Impact faces off against the home team, Siesta Key Phinz. Hello, everybody. I'm Lance Williams on this Monday morning. Let's go over the starting lineup for the Manatee Impact, coached today by McKenna Reed. Leading things off, it's Brianna Santangelo playing in right. Batting second, Kaylin Boring, the second baseman. In the three-hole, Maddie Parker, who is catching. Hitting cleanup, Calissa Coates, the shortstop. In the five-spot, Harley Chisholm at third base. Hitting sixth, Semra Lenhaer, the left fielder. In the seven-hole, Cam Nolte at first base. Batting eighth, Jayla Mitchell, the extra hitter. Hitting ninth, Emma Roberson in center field. And the Impact batting 10, with the order ending with Autumn Russell, the designated player. The starting pitcher for the Impact is Natalie Snowden. For the Siesta Key Phinz, warming up is Taylor Daniel. Her defensive alignment behind her is Washington in left, Foster in center, Diaz in right. Hershey plays third. Pelko is the shortstop, Mansfield at second base, Solis at first, and Bennett doing the catching. With that, Santangelo, the leadoff batter, digs herself in. Daniel, the starting pitcher, sophomore out of Kennesaw State. Readies and fires. First pitch fouled away, comes in at 9:27, a little early start on this game. Brianna Santangelo finished her first year of college last month at Columbia as the one-strike pitch drops low, an even count. Limited action with the Lions, only 30 at-bats, only recorded 2 hits across 14 games as she fouls the pitch back. Next pitch, rolled foul down the left field line. Comes from a family of athletes. Father Lou played baseball at Seton Hall and Clemson before being drafted in the 4th round of the 2004 draft by the Houston Astros. 1-2 pitch popped above the infield. The second baseman, Mansfield, calls for it. One away. That brings up Kaylin Boring out of Southern University in the SWAC. Takes a swing after the first pitch. Strike one. Oh, 1 delivery from the starter, Daniel. Softly lifted by the circle. And the catch made by the pitcher, Daniel, as she strides towards third. Two away in the top of the first inning brings up Maddie Parker, the team's catcher. Here's strike one. Daniel so far this summer, 7 innings pitched, has a 2-0 record. Across that time frame, 6 runs allowed, 5 of which are earned, so a ERA of 5. As it's strike 2 to the catcher. Has allowed 5 hits, struck out 2 batters, and walked 1. 0-2. Ball pounded foul. Parker redshirted last season with UCF. As she bounces it to short off a couple hops, Palco has it, throws it on the line to first to retire the side. Impact go down in order to start the ball game. We go to the home half of the first. Bottom of the second between the Impact and the Phinz. Siesta Key due up. The starting lineup for Kyle Gross's group looks like this. Leading off, the left fielder Destiny Washington. Batting second, the second baseman Emma Mansfield. Hitting third, Lily Solis at first base. Hitting cleanup is Heather Robertson, the designated player. In the 5 spot, Brooke Bennett doing the catching. Hitting sixth, Kate Hershey at third base. In the 7 spot, Lily Palco, the team shortstop. Batting eighth, Morgan Foster in center field. Hitting ninth, Avery Miller, the extra hitter. And rounding out the order with the Phinz batting 10, it is Grace Diaz, the right fielder. Their starting pitcher, Taylor Daniel, she sent down the Impact 1-2-3. Let's see how the Manatee starter, Natalie Snowden, can respond. Snowden out of Florida Southern Division II school in Lakeland, Florida, not too far out of Tampa. Kind of between Tampa and Orlando. Snowden, so far this summer, just 1 1/3 innings pitched, no decisions, has allowed 8 runs, 7 of which were earned. 7 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. So looking for a bounce back outing here against the Phinz. The leadoff hitter is Destiny Washington. Washington, redshirt sophomore from Fort Lauderdale. The Broward County native takes it low for ball 1. Started her college career at Marshall, where she was an everyday starter for the Thundering Herd. In 2024, 40 games started, 46 appearances overall, hit .336 with an .813 OPS. 2-0 pitch. Downstairs, ball 3. Hit 7 doubles, left the yard once, brought home 13 runs. Then she transferred to UCF, where she redshirted in 2025. And this past season, mostly used as a piece off the bench. 3-1. That's inside. Ball 4. First walk given out by Snowden this summer. And the leadoff man is on for the Phinz. Washington works the base on balls. That takes us to Emma Mansfield, the second baseman. Cuts after the first pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. Chisholm tosses across the diamond, but the runner advances. She's now 60 feet away. Now to the plate, Lily Solis, the McNeese State Cowgirl. First pitch darts outside. Ground ball past the third baseman, Chisholm. An RBI base knock for Solis, and it's the Phinz first on the board. The home team strikes first. Washington is brought home. Now the cleanup hitter, Heather Robertson, is up. Already 7 runs batted in by Lily Solis, picking up her 5th hit of the summer. Robertson's had a good start. She's 3 for 5. That one drifts away and the runner advances. Wild pitch has another run in scoring position for Siesta Key. And now the catcher Parker will join her battery mate Snowden in the circle. The rest of the defense for the Impact, the outfield left to right, Lenhare, Robertson, and Santangelo. Chisholm is at third, Coates at short, Bourne at second, Nolte at first for Manatee. The pitch to Robertson hits the upper half. The inning started with a leadoff walk to Washington. She stole second as that ball is foul. Then it was Emma Mansfield who grounded out to third base that allowed Washington to shift over to third. And the Lily Solis base hit to left scored the run, and she has since advanced to second on a wild pitch. That's inside, and the count runs full. Robertson out of Florida Gulf Coast. Swings and misses for strike 3. Big recovery there for Snowden, looking to limit the damage to 1 run in the bottom of the first. Now she faces Brooke Bennett, the Phinz catcher. Rolls the first pitch over to short. Off one hop to Coates, and she tosses to first to retire the side. The Phinz score 1 run thanks to 1 hit and a walk and no errors. They leave a runner stranded. We're through 1. Siesta Key up 1-0. Calissa Coates, the leadoff hitter for the Impact in the top of the 2nd inning. Infielder from Baltimore, facing off against Taylor Daniel, who sent Manatee down in order in the previous inning. This ball belted to right, base knock, and that trend changes quickly. A first pitch hack for Coates, and the Impact have the tying run on base. Coates out of Towson gets on base. That brings up Harley Chisholm, the team's 3rd baseman. She flashes bunt as the first pitch is a strike. Chisholm, one of the best recruits out of Oklahoma in the high school class of 2025. Did not play last season with the Seminoles. She redshirted behind a very good Florida State team. As this one, off the end of her bat the other way, back-to-back singles to right to start the 2nd inning for the Impact. Coates to second base. Sammy Lenhair, the 6-hole hitter. Out of Akron. Pitch from Daniel. That's a upstairs ball 1. Lenhair without an at-bat in her 2 games played this season. Scored 1 run. This ball floats to left, and it's caught by Washington. And Coates is doubled up, running away from second. Coates, ambitious base running, and she pays the price. Cam Nolte, the first baseman for the Impact, takes a pitch low and in. Nolte also out of Florida Southern. Lines a pitch foul. .24 for 83 at the plate across her first 2 seasons with the Mocs. 1-1. Bounced left side. Fair ball. Rounding towards third is Chisholm. Standing at second, Nolte. And another hit for the Impact. That brings up Jayla Mitchell, the extra hitter. First pitch is high and outside. Mitchell currently in the transfer portal after year 1 of her college career at Memphis. Takes a pitch outside of the zone again. Daniel, the pitcher, has wavered a bit in the second inning after starting the game sharp with a 1-2-3 first. 2-0. And now she's a pitch away from loading the bases. Emma Robertson on deck for the Impact if Mitchell can get on base here. Daniel delivers. Fires a strike on the inside part of the zone. Mitchell takes the pitch upstairs. Only had 1 RBI coming into this game. That won't change after her first plate appearance, but Daniel gives out her first free pass. And that does bring up the 9-hole hitter Robertson. Nowhere to put her with 2 outs. First pitch runs outside. Good block by the catcher Bennett. Robertson so far just 1 for 4 on the season. Has not brought home a run yet for the Impact, but a premier opportunity with the bases crammed. 1-0. Liner foul. The 6th batter of the inning for the Impact. Pitch hits the outside part. Daniel hoping to escape the inning unscathed. Another foul ball. Daniel readies. Pitches. Another foul ball down the left field line. Third base coach and head coach today for the Impact is McKenna Reed, not the typical Ashley Prangy. There are some coaching changes. We saw head coach of the Swashbucklers, Kaylee Wyckoff, get called up to the AUSL Talons. As that ball through the glove of the third baseman, Hershey. 2 runs come in off the error. With that, the Impact captures the lead. Those 2 runs unearned, as will the rest if any more come in this inning. So the 10th batter of the frame for Manatee, it's Autumn Russell, the DP. She takes a hack after the first pitch and fouls it off the fence and her teammate on the on-deck circle. Russell, a catcher by trade, today's designated player for the Impact, out of WCU, Western Carolina. 0-1. Goes upstairs. Russell just 1 for 2 this summer. Takes a pitch low. That one hit was a double. Also walked once. 2-1 comes home. Russell pounds it high to right center. Foster and Diaz converge. It's the right fielder Diaz making the catch to end the inning. 2 runs come in for the Impact. They take the lead thanks to 3 hits, 1 walk, and a costly error by the third baseman Hershey that scores the 2 unearned runs. 2 runners left on base as well for the Impact. Worth 1.5. Manatee leads it 2-1. Bottom of the 2nd inning, Katie Hershey leads things off. Third baseman committed the error in the previous half inning that allowed 2 runs to come in. An opportunity for redemption as she takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Next pitch, crushed, high and deep to right center and gone. She does make up for it with a game-tying home run. A big swing for Hershey, her first hit of the summer. Ties it at 2. After the leadoff shot, second hit of the ball game for the Phinz, Lily Palco, the Siesta Key shortstop, to the plate. Palco out of Michigan Only played 15 games her freshman season. So far this summer is 1 for 5 offensively. She pounds the ball foul. Palco is one of 6 freshmen brought in this past season, and she drops one into right field for a base knock. Coached by Bonnie Thole, who just concluded her 5th season, and the Phinz have the go-ahead runner on base for Morgan Foster. First pitch loops outside, ball 1. Next pitch. Floats to left center, falls for a base hit, and takes one hop into the wall. To third base, Palco after the stand-up double by Foster. 3 straight hits to start the inning for the Phinz. Now Avery Miller, the extra hitter. Back pick attempt to third rather, Palco in safe. The rising senior out of Longwood. Pitch is high and away. Miller, a .217 hitter across 3 years with the Lancers. As it's ball 3 to her. Rather, ball 2. That one escapes for a moment. Bennett keeps it in front of her. The impact starter, Natalie Snowden, has already allowed 4 hits and a walk so far. 3-1. This ball flied high to left center. That ball carries, and it's gone. Into the palm tree. A 3-run shot. And the second home run of the inning for the Phinz. A huge hack by Avery Miller. A towering shot that just carried a moonball over the wall. Now meeting in the circle for the impact starter, Snowden. This inning has gone home run, single, double, home run. Now Grace Diaz, the last batter in the Phinz 10-player order. Diaz takes low and in. Here's the 1-0. Darts on the outside part. Diaz started her career at St. Francis University, a school that was D1 last year but is now transitioning to D3 next season. As there's ball 2. So she is now in the transfer portal after the year with SFU. That pitch is strike 2. Originally from out west in California. The 2-2. Ground ball through the right side of the infield. The first 5 have reached with base hits for the Phinz. The Impact struggling to get outs in the bottom of the second. Destiny Washington watches ball 1. One out. It's outside, ball 2. Washington walked, stole a base, and scored to lead off the bottom of the first. That was the first run of the ball game. In the top of the second, the Impact scored 2. Thanks to a 2-out error by the third baseman Hershey that allowed 2 to score. So it's 2-1 entering this half inning. And the Phinz have 5 straight hits, 2 of which left the yard. Get me over strike to Washington. The pitch. Washington takes a strike on the outside part. Payoff. Off the end of her bat, softly to short, misplayed by the shortstop Coates. And the error allows another runner to reach safely. Diaz to second base. As Emma Mansfield to the plate, the team's second baseman. Now McKenna Reed joins her pitcher in the circle to cool her down. McKenna Reed, she just concluded her collegiate career this spring with Florida State. So played alongside some of these players in the FGCL. A career 2.49 ERA with the Seminoles, crossed over 230 innings. Good career with FSU. Originally from Portland, Oregon. The starting pitcher, Snowden, stays in, now facing Emma Mansfield, the second baseman. She grounded to third, her only time up. She flashes bunt. It's down low. Throw back to the runner at second. She's in safe, dirtying up her uniform. There's a strike. Well outside. And the throw back to first gets away, and the runners advance station to station. Second error by the Impact in this inning. Next pitch. It's ball 3. Three one. Fly ball to left center. The center fielder Robertson chases. She catches, and tagging and scoring from third is Diaz. Another run comes in for the Phinz. That's finally the first out of the bottom of the second. So the error on the back pick attempt comes back to bite Manatee with the run coming in on the sacrifice fly. This pitch over the head of the shortstop Coates. Another hit for the Phinz, scores another run, and standing up with an RBI double, Lily Soley is now 2 for 2 in this game with her second RBI. 7-2 Phinz. Second time Washington has scored. As Robertson watches pitch number 1. Ball 2. We'll see how long Natalie Snowden stays in. We're expected to see Jersey McDonald at some point this game. There's a strike. Snowden struck out Robertson in the first inning when these two faced off. This time she lifts off to shallow right, and it drops for another hit. Indecisive fielding by the Impact, and a bloop single as runners on the corners. Tenth batter of the inning is Brooke Bennett, and she will face a new arm. That's it for Natalie Snowden. Fails to escape the second inning. So far has allowed 7 runs. New pitcher for the Impact is Jersey McDonald. Sophomore out of Indian River State College, started her career at Salt Lake Community College in Utah. This past spring with IRSC, 10 appearances, no decisions, no starts, only 11 in the third innings pitched. She had a 4.32 ERA and a 1.68 WHIP, striking out 10. She's from Las Vegas. She relieves Natalie Snowden, who only recorded 4 outs as the Manatee starter. Leaves runners on the corners. It's Solis at third and Robertson at first. It's the 10th batter of the inning in Brooke Bennett. pitch. Outside, gets away, and the runner advances from first to second. One-zero. Past the infield again. Another hit for the Phinz. And they tack on another. And over to second goes Bennett. More indecisive fielding from the Impact. And they've now batted around as Kate Hershey, who started the inning with a home run, is up. This time she takes a strike on the first pitch. That's a foul ball. Eight hits in the inning for Siesta Key. Swing and a miss. Hershey down on strikes. That's the second out of the bottom of the second. Lily Palco to the plate. Half swing, strike one. Palco, second time up this game, second time this inning, singled and scored after the Hershey leadoff home run. Big swing there. She's down in an 0-2 hole. It's been all Phinz in the bottom of the second. Ground ball to short. Coates cleanly picks it up, gets it to first with a good stretch by Nolte to end the inning. Not before the Phinz can tack on 6 runs, thanks to a total of 8 hits, 2 errors, and they leave 2 stranded. 8-2 our score. We go to the third. Top of the third inning. 8-2 our score after a 7-run inning for the Phinz in the bottom of the second. Taylor Daniel. First pitch is low to the leadoff hitter, Brianna Santangelo, to the plate for the second time today. Popped up to second to start the ballgame. One-0 pitch. Lined hard down the left field line, but foul. Santangelo from Red Bank, New Jersey, not too far from the Jersey Shore. 1-1. Hits it foul the other direction. Not too far out of New York City either, so not a far commute to her school, Columbia. 1-2 pitch. That one hung over the middle. She pounds it foul. One of the quirks with the FGCL is the players wear their college helmets. As this one tagged out to left center, that takes a couple bounces into the wall, and Santangelo stands up at second with a leadoff double. So a cool helmet with the New York City skyline on the rear of it. As she races for a double, that brings up Kaylin Boring, the second baseman, popped up softly to the pitcher, her only time up. Pitch is low, escapes, and that allows Santangelo to advance to third. Boring with an opportunity to bring home a run. She does just that, sending one to left. An RBI single cuts the deficit to 5. Back-to-back hits to start the top of the third for the Impact. Santangelo comes in. Now Maddie Parker, the team's catcher. Well high in the zone. She tags it to left center, and it falls in front of the fence. That ball was crazy high, and she climbed the ladder and got a single out of it. So after Taylor Daniel sent the top third of the order down 1-2-3 to start the game, they have all reached with hits. Their second time up. First pitch misplayed by the third baseman. Coates was barely running down the line, and she is out in what should have been a bases loaded situation. Scored a routine 5-3 ground out. Here's Harley Chisholm. Pitch is outside and low. Ground ball up the middle, another hit. This will score just one. Now going to second, slide it in safe, is Chisholm. Her second hit of the game. She is now 2 for 2 with an RBI. She advances on the throw, and that hit scored Boring and moved Parker to third. Here's Sammy Lenhair. Takes outside and low, ball 1. Four hits now for the Impact in the inning. 1-0. This one out to left. Good catch made by Foster, but it's enough to, not score a run. Great arm by the center fielder. For out number 2. That prevents a run, so it's just a fly out. Lenhair, her second fly ball to the outfield that was caught. So 2 gone for Cam Nolte, with Chisholm at second and Parker at first. Daniel rocks and fires. Gets chased there. Good pitch from the righty. The Kennesaw State sophomore comes home. Low that time. Good stop by the catcher, Bennett. Sliding and stopping. One pitch. Very off speed. It's ball 2. Nolte hit a double. Her only other time up. 2-1. Nolte hits this one off the glove of the shortstop, Palco. That scores 1. Another comes in. And the tying run now at the plate. That's ruled a hit. Difficult play. Barely hit the glove of the shortstop, Palco. And Nolte now 2 for 2. Collects 2 runs batted in. Back pick attempt off the ankle of the runner, Nolte. She's still at first. If it was dodgeball, she's out. The pitch is high to Jayla Mitchell. Mitchell walked in the second. She's the 8th batter to come up for the Impact in the 3rd inning. Good response after the Phinz scored 7 in the second. This ball of a couple bounces to second. Mansfield gloves and feeds to first to end the inning. So the Impact cut away at the deficit, scoring 4 runs off of 5 hits, no errors, with 1 left on. We're through 2.5, 8-6, Phinz. Bottom of the third inning between the Impact and the Phinz. 8, 9, 10 due up for Siesta Key, starting with Morgan Foster, who doubled and scored in the second. Facing Jersey McDonald, whose first pitch is swung after and missed. It's strike one. Foster out of McNeese. The Cowgirls had a fantastic season. Routinely one of the better teams in the Southland Conference. They went 40-22, 18-9 in conference play. They won the Southland Conference tournament. Great non-con as well. Picked up wins over Ole Miss, Houston, Missouri. So beating high major teams. 2-strike pitch. This ball on one bounce to second, and Boring throws it to Nolte at first. McNeese made it to the College Station Regional, where they lost to the Big 12 tournament champs Arizona State via the run rule, and then to UConn. So they came up empty in the tournament, but a good season for McNeese, as now it's Avery Miller who homered. Takes ball one. One 0. Pushes her in. Ball two. Miller hit that towering shot to center. One of the 2 home runs the Phinz hit in the second. It was off the pitcher, Natalie Snowden, who started the game for the Impact. Her final line, she went 1 1/3, 8 hits, 8 runs, 7 of which were earned. This ball softly slapped to the pitcher, who gets it to first quickly. Snowden also walked one batter and struck out one. And Jersey McDonald, she came in, gave up a base hit, but since then has sat down 4 straight. Grace Diaz is up. Quarter swing. Umpire says she did not go. One-0 pitch. Flashes outside. Ball 2 to Diaz. Currently in the transfer portal. Singled and scored in the second. Hasn't had to swing yet. Not in this at-bat. McDonald's pitch. Finds the lower half. Three one. Ground ball past the shortstop coach, base hit. A 2-out knock for Diaz, her second hit of the game. Becomes the second Finn with 2, joins Lily Solis. The catcher, Parker, tries to bring the outfield in, and Washington's like, hey, it's not nice. The pitch. Ball 1. Washington walked, stole a base, and scored in the first. Reached on an error and scored in the second. 1-0. This one hit to right, and it drops in shallow right. Well, guess not a bad diagnosis by the catcher. But that was shallow enough to fall. Back-to-back 2-out singles for Siesta Key. Now 11 hits for the Phinz. First pitch is a called strike to Emma Mansfield, the second baseman. Grounded to third and hit a sacrifice fly. Ground ball foul. The 1-2 pitch. Ripped foul. Mansfield, utility player from Jacksonville University. She bounces one right to the third baseman. Chisholm barely has to move to get the force at third to retire the side. But the Phinz get 2 hits with 2 outs, fail to score them. They're left on. 8-6 our score after 3. Top of the 4th, Impact trail the Phinz by 2. New pitcher, it's Jericho Tate, relieves the starter Taylor Daniel, facing the 9-hole hitter Emma Robertson. First pitch to the slap hitter is ball 1. Final line for the starter Daniel. She went 3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 of which were earned, walked 1, and did not strike out a batter. Robertson reached on an error, her only time up. Takes ball 2. Tate so far this summer, 4 innings pitched, has allowed 5 runs, 4 of which were earned, has an ERA of 7. Has allowed 5 hits, walked 1 batter, and struck out 3. Finds the strike zone. It's 2-1. One change in the infield for the Phinz. Kate Hershey from third to DP. In the DP, Robertson now at third. Couple changes made by Kyle Gross, the head coach for the Phinz. as it's a full count now. Gross, the head coach at Hillsdale College in Michigan at the Division II level. Payoff pitch. Got her on the outside edge. The leadoff hitter strikes down looking. First time an Impact player has gone down by way of the K. Now it's Autumn Russell, the designated player. Tate loses control of that one. It's ball one. Next pitch. Drifts outside, ball two. Russell last season with the Catamounts at Western Carolina hit 170 in 26 games, 13 of which as a starter. 8 for 47 with 2 doubles and a home run. So when she made contact, things worked out. 2-0. This ball bounced underneath the glove of the pitcher, Tate, and it rolls freely into the outfield grass. So Russell singles up the middle. And Brianna Santangelo up for the third time. Watches the first pitch go outside. She popped up to second in the first inning. In the third inning, hit a leadoff double and was driven home by Kaylin Boring's single. That pitch is low and in. Jericho Tate, the Memphis Tiger right-handed pitcher. From the Commonwealth of Virginia, fires home, and this ball is lifted high right above second, and the catch made by the shortstop, Palco, for the second out of the inning. Santangelo is now 1 for 3, and that brings up Kaylin Boring, the Impact second baseman. Had a pop up to the pitcher in the first, and that single that I mentioned earlier that brought in a run in the third. Boring watches that run away from the catcher. The wild pitch advances the runner to second. That pitch is fouled. Boring was also a varsity water polo player for Hanford West High School in California. Water polo, a pretty prominent sport out west. The 1-1. It's outside, ball two. But instead decided to pursue softball full-time, a sport that her mother played as well collegiately. A runner at second with 2 gone. The 2-1. Ball 3. The Impact, they have 9 hits already. And that's ball 4. So with 2 outs, the Impact has 2 base runners after Boring gets aboard for the second time this ball game. That brings up Maddie Parker batting third in the Impact order. Jericho Tate looking to maintain the Phinz lead. This ball popped to second base, Jogging in, making the catch is Mansfield, so Tate comes in, allows a couple base runners off one hit and a walk, but no runs or errors in the top of the fourth, and we're halfway through it with the Phinz ahead by a pair. Bottom of the fourth inning between the Manatee Impact and the Siesta Key Phinz. 3-4-5 due up for Siesta Key. Lily Solis, the leadoff bat. She is 2 for 2. First pitch strike by Jersey McDonald. Solis singled, made it to second off a wild pitch in the first. Did not come around to score. Down to the count 0-2 quickly. She also hit a 2 RBI double in the second and was brought in by the Brooke Bennett base hit. And she swings, and that ball gets away from the catcher and the first baseman. So a dropped third strike turns into the leadoff runner at second. Second strikeout for McDonald, but no out recorded. As Robertson, the third baseman, steps up. First pitch is ball one. Another 1-0. Cranked foul. The Phinz lead by a couple runs after a 7-run second. The Impact have scored 4 since that one to cut the lead to 2. Jersey McDonald, the relief pitcher, has been reliable as that ball fouled into the mitt. Strike 2. The 1-2 pitch. High in the zone, fouled away. That's low. Two-two pitch grounded down the third base line, but foul again. And Robertson works the count full. Fly ball down the left field line, and it is caught there by the left fielder, Lenhare. Tracking and diving in, making the catch. Good play in the outfield corner. Now it's Brooke Bennett again. Strike on the outer part. Bennett softly to short. Coates has it, throws to first, and retires the all Big South first team selection, Bennett, 6'3". So Kate Hershey to the plate for the third time. Hershey hit a home run and struck out so far today. From the University of Kentucky in the SEC. It was at John Kropp Stadium, this year's host site of the SEC tournament. 1-1. Bounced foul. But now the SEC tournament will be moved to a neutral site in Alabama, the ballpark of the Rocket City Trash Pandas for 2027. The Wildcats went 0-1 in the conference tournament in their home ballpark. 1-1. That one was fouled away. Hershey out of New Palestine, Indiana. Foul ball. The inning started with a dropped third strike. Then the catcher threw it past the first baseman. That allowed Solis to turn what should have been a strikeout into safe at second. Since then, a flyout to left and a Bennett 6-3 ground out, and now a base hit up the middle. That scores a run. Phinz tack on another. Their lead up to 3. Here's Lily Parker, the shortstop for Siesta Key. Pitch is high. Ball 2. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the 7-hole hitter for Siesta Key. 5th batter of the inning. Hershey at first. The count is full to her. Palco is 1 for 2 so far with a run scored. She lines it straight to the third baseman's glove to end the inning. But the Phinz score 1 run thanks to 1 hit, a dropped third strike, and an error. They leave 1 stranded. We're through 4, a 3-run game. Pinch hitter in the top of the 5th, Brittany Bunsich coming in to play short, facing Jericho Tate. First pitch to her is a strike on the outside part of the black. She's pinch hitting for Calissa Coates, who went 1 for 2 with a run scored. That pitch is outside. Jericho Tate came in to pitch the 4th inning. Allowed a hit, a walk, struck out a batter, did not give up a run as this ball floated over the head of the second baseman. Backpedaling into right field, makes the catch. Play made by Mansfield. There's 1 away. Here's Harley Chisholm. Flashes bunt on the first pitch. Chisholm yet to be retired today. Singleton scored in both the 2nd and 3rd innings. Her hit in the 3rd brought in a run. 1-0. Pushes her back. Chisholm out of Florida State, so a teammate of the coach McKenna Reed this year. The rookie and the vet situation. 2-0. Rather 3-0 goes upstairs. It's ball 4. And a 1-out walk handed out to Chisholm, who's on safe for the 3rd straight time to start the game. Now it's Simi Lenhair, the left fielder. 3rd walk handed out today by the Phinz pitching staff. Lenhair has flied out twice as she takes strike 1 on the outer corner. Next pitch batted back. Foul ball, strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch. Rises high, back pick attempt to first, but a very high tag by the first baseman Solis. Not a bad effort. The 1-2 comes home. Runner goes. It's outside. Throw on a line by the catcher Bennett. And she's safe. Close call for the runner, but Chisholm swipes second. Two. Foul ball. Bouncing ball into the mitt of the catcher Tate. She fires to first for the 2nd out, but the runner advances to 3rd. Lenhair now 0 for 3. Cam Nolte, who is 2 for 2, steps in. Off the end of her bat, foul. Doubled in the 2nd inning. And hit a 2 RBI base hit in the 3rd. It was a single. Partial swing. Did not go around, says the home plate umpire. 1-1 the count to the impact first baseman. Cam Nolte out of Florida Southern in the Sunshine State Conference, holding the bat up high. Slices and misses. The 1-2 pitch comes home. And there's a swinging strikeout. Nolte shakes her head. She waves and whiffs, and that's the end of the top of the 5th. They give out a walk to Chisholm. She reaches 3rd, but she is left there. No runs off no hits nor errors. We're through 4.5. The Phinz with an opportunity to extend their 3-run lead. Morgan Foster leads things off for the Phinz. First pitch swung after and missed. It's strike one. Still Josie McDonald, who came in midway through the second for the impact. After the starter, Natalie Snowden went just 1 1/3, allowed 8 runs, 7 of which were earned. Ball 1. Gave up 8 hits, walked a batter, struck out 1. McDonald has only allowed 1 run since. She's been pretty reliable for the impact. Pinch hitter on deck for the Phinz, by the way. It's Simone Edge, the former Texas Tech Red Raider. The pitch is high. That pitch off the end of the bat foul. The barrel of the bat, rather. It's outside. Full count to the leadoff batter. Swinging strikeout. Foster down by way of the K. She is 1 for 3 with that double she hit in the second. So the pinch hitter is Simone Edge in the portal after 4 years with Texas Tech, or with 4 years of eligibility after not playing her freshman year at Texas Tech. She takes strike 1 on the inside part. We already saw one of the Red Raiders here in Bradenton this summer in the portal find a home. Mia Richards is going to Texas El Paso. So we'll see where Edge lands. 0-2. Fly ball towards right. Coming in making the catch is Smith. She was a defensive replacement. That's Mackenzie Smith in for Santangelo in the right field corner. So McDonald has us an out away from the 6th inning. It's Grace Diaz. Takes a pitch low and in. One-oh. Again. Strike 1. Three balls, 1 strike to Diaz, hitting 10th in the Phinz order. Singled and scored in the second. Singled as well in the third. 3-1 to her. Got her on the lower half. Full count now to the rising junior. And that's ball 4. The first time a Phinz batter has been walked since the leadoff man in the bottom of the first. That was Destiny Washington, who's now up. Shows bunt. Pulls it back. It's ball one. Siesta Key leads at 9-6 in the bottom of the fifth with 2 outs. There's a runner at first for the Phinz. This ball poked through the infield, base hit. Diaz holds up at second as Washington reaches safely for the 4th time in as many trips. She is now 2 for 3 with a walk. The other time was via an error in the second. Time taken by McKenna Reed, the head coach today for the Impact, talking with her relief pitcher, Jersey McDonald, who will exit the game in favor of the starting pitcher, Natalie Snowden, who is re-entering with 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth. We'll see how she looks in her return to the circle when we come back. New pitcher midway through the bottom of the fifth with 2 outs. The starter, Natalie Snowden, returns after she went just 1 1/3 earlier. She faces Emma Mansfield with 2 on. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Snowden in that 1 1/3 inning allowed 8 runs, 7 were earned off 8 hits, 1 walk while striking out 1 batter. Jersey McDonald has gone 3 1/3. It's only allowed 1 unearned run so far. So that one fouled away. McDonald 4 hits, 1 walk, struck out 4. Rather 3. The pitch. Ball 2. Snowden struggled in the second inning where the first 5 batters got hits, 2 of which were home runs and the other a double. That one's inside, runs away. It's ball 4 and the bases are juiced. So Snowden returns, walks the first batter she faces. And Lily Solis, who is 2 for 3, also reached on a dropped third strike and has scored twice and brought home 2. She bounces one quickly to third base. Chisholm there steps on the bag for the force out to retire the side. Phinz load the bases thanks to 2 walks and a base hit, but they do not score a run. It is the 6th inning when we return. The Impact trail by 3 runs. First pitch is a ball to Emma Robertson. Rather, we have a pinch hitter here. It's Megan Towery. E6 gets Towery on base. First pitch goes high to Autumn Russell, the designated player for McKenna Reed's order. So far for Russell, a fly out to right field in the second, singled as well in the fourth. Hits this ball over to second, flip to the shortstop, who sends it to first in time. 4-6-3 twin killing. An unorthodox 1-2-3 inning. No runs off, no hits, one error, none left on. We're through 5.5. Phinz lead it by 3. Bottom of the 6th inning, Siesta Key looking to add some insurance for the top of the 7th. They lead at 9-6, thanks mostly in part to a 7-run second inning. They send 4-5-6 to the plate, starting with Heather Robertson. First pitch is high and away, ball 1 to Robertson. She struck out swinging in the first, singled in the second, and had a fly out to left in the fourth. Next pitch goes outside. There's a strike. Robertson at Florida Gulf Coast plays under Lindsay Fico. Fico, former Florida Gator player, As this ball skied down the left field line and out of the park. Fico turned Mercer into a contender in the Southern Conference, took them to the NCAA tournament. This past season, Florida Gulf Coast went 21-33, however, but 14-10 in the Atlantic Sun. The pitch. Inside, works the count full. Next pitch. Grounded to third. Chisholm has it, feeds to first. 5-3 putout. Sends Robertson back to the dugout. First pitch, ball one to Brooke Bennett, the catcher. Next one is outside. Bennett today a single in the second, sandwiched between two 6-3 groundouts that came in the first and the fourth. That hit in the second scored a run. Ground ball through the left side of the infield, base hit. Second hit for Bennett. First pitch fouled backwards by the pinch hitter McKenna Belair. Belair, utility player from Ole Miss. Swings and fouls another off. From Lutz, Florida, started her career with the Gators. 2025, just 5 at-bats, had 3 hits in that span, but only played in a total of 13 games under Coach Tim Walton. As she smacks that out to right for a base hit. Only got a little bit more usage this past year with the Rebels, 15 at-bats with 3 hits, so hoping for a greater workload in her junior season. That's coming up soon. First pitch, ball one to Lily Palco. The pitch. Towering shot into right, charging it in, and it's Smith collecting out number 2. Palco likely to conclude her morning 1 for 4 with a run. Now with 2 gone, 2 on, it's Morgan Foster, the center fielder. Doubled and scored in the second. And she drills one to left center that will score a run depending on this throw. Yep. Now a throw to third. She's in safe. Phinz with 10 runs after the RBI hit off the bat of Morgan Foster. The 8-hole hitter with a multi-hit performance. Runners on both corners now for Simone Edge, who flew out to right for her only time up when she pinched hit in the 5th. First strike on the inner part. The impact will send the top of the order to the plate. Mackenzie Smith will pinch hit, followed by Kaylin Bourne and Maddie Parker. Another emergency hack by Edge. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Snowden shuts the door in the 6th. After allowing 1 run off of 3 hits, no errors, the Phinz leave 2 aboard. We go to the 7th. Impact down to its final 3 outs. First pitch on the outside part of the strike zone to Mackenzie Smith. Her first at bat came in as a defensive replacement in the 5th inning. Takes strike 2. Jericho Tate looking to close the door on the impact. That pitch is outside. The count runs full. Strike 3. Called on the outer corner. Tate leaves her looking, and the Phinz 2 outs away. Here's Kaylin Boring, popped to the pitcher in the first, singled and scored in the third, and walked in the fourth. She's been a tricky out at times for the Phinz. But Tate quickly issues a strike. Tate winds and fires. High and in. Following the conclusion of this game, we will have Anna Maria Aquanauts against Myakka City River Mocs. Ooh, that pushes her in. The Phinz added an insurance run in the bottom of the sixth, creating a 10-6 lead. The 2-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Keeps going inside to the right-handed hitter. Jericho Tate looking to complete her 4th inning. 3-1. Strike called. Tate leans in and fires. Lost control of it. It's ball 4. Third free pass handed out by Tate, the Memphis righty. Brings Maddie Parker to the plate. Catcher grounded to the shortstop in the first, singled and scored in the third, followed that up with a pop-up to second in the fourth. She is 1 for 3. First pitch, a strike pumped into the zone by Jericho Tate. That one escapes the control of the battery, and the runner advances on the wild pitch to second. Now the 2-1. Placed on the inside half. Rather, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 gone in the top of the 7th. The Phinz looking to hold on to the lead and pick up the win. Liner softly to second, ricochets off the bag, and both runners are safe. An infield knock took in. Took a soft roll to the base. Couldn't be handled by the middle infielders. They switched, by the way. Mansfield's at short, Palco's at first. And this is Brianne Bunsich for the second time. Popped up to second when she pinch hit for Calissa Coates in the 5th. Jericho Tate hasn't allowed a run so far. The impact with an opportunity as this ball softly tapped to the third base line, and it's fair. Bases loaded, tying run is up. Let's roll the hit to load the bases Harley Chisholm can tie it with a swing. Chisholm has not gotten out so far, as the first pitch is a strike to her. Singled and scored in the second. RBI single and a run scored in the third. Walked and stole a base in the fifth. But she's down in an 0-2 hole. Jericho Tate leans in and fires home. Off the end of the bat, over the first baseman Solis' head. One run is in. Another comes in down the third base line, but they have her in a rundown. She's tagged out, so a run comes in for the visitors to cut the deficit to 3. 2 in scoring position still, but 2 outs now after poor base running. First run scored for the Impact since the 4th. A 3-hit game for Chisholm. At the plate is Sammy Lenhair. First pitch is ball 1. This ball bounced over to first, mishandled, but stepping on first is Solis, and the game is over. 10-7. The Phinz hold on and knock off the Impact, mostly due to a 7-run second inning and a brilliant performance from Jericho Tate in the circle. We'll step aside. Coming up next, it is the River Mocs against the Aquanauts.